Hey there, Ryan Cole here with Remax Energy Real Estate, and I wanted to take a quick second to tell you about a problem that myself and all the agents really in our area have been noticing, and that problem is solar panels. And so, what's going on with solar panels, you might ask? I'm glad you did. So, what we've been noticing is that, man, a lot of solar panel reps have been coming in telling homeowners that you put the solar panels on, it's going to add value to your home, it's going to, pay off at closing, and all these great things. It's going to save you money, monthly payment, and that's just not the case here yet. So, kind of what have we been seeing? So, what's been going on in many homes that I've sold, several, and every single transaction that I've heard of, what's having to happen is the seller is having to pay them off by closing. So, and that might look like a 30, 40, 50, $70,000, lump sum that either has to be paid out of the proceeds, from the sale of the house, or it might even have to come out of the seller's, own pockets. And so that's a lot of money. I don't care who you are, that's a lot of money and a big deal. If you're expecting for them to add value on your house and then they don't, then you got to turn around and pay the lump sum off at closing. And so, I don't think that the salesmen are doing this on purpose. I think they might truly believe it. I don't know. And so it's not knocking them at all. It's just, I'm just here to tell you what's actually going on in the real estate market. And so buyers, they're just not there yet, not here in our area, not yet. And so what it looks like on the buyer side of things is they would have to assume the solar loan. And so, they're just not wanting to pull more credit. They're not wanting to do more loan apps. They're definitely not wanting more monthly payments. Interest rates are a little bit high right now. It kind of makes affordability tough, especially without adding another 150, 60, 70,000, $150 monthly payment, to pay off the solar loans. And so they really, the buyers are saying, why would I pay $150 a month for solar panels on the loan? And my bill's not even that, my electric bill's, 140 bucks. It doesn't make sense. And so, I definitely get it. And even some buyers, it kind of scares them off because they're like, well, what if it hails? What's the extra insurance? What if I have to replace the roof? It kind of sketches some of them out, at least here in our local market. But there are some that love it. They're all about it, but they don't want to assume the loan. So, what are your options? There's a couple of different options. You could take the solar panels down, depending on your agreement, and move them to your next place, but you're going to have to re-roof, that area. You're going to have an electrician come in, take all the electrical panels down, fix that, patch that. It's just not worth it for most people. Now, I'm not against solar. I'm not, it's definitely a good decision for some of you guys, especially if you're going to be in your forever home. But if you're thinking about selling in the next 2, 3, 5 years, you just might think twice about it and at least have all the information before you make a decision. So, that's kind of what I've been coming across. I just wanted to take a minute to share it with you so you knew kind of what the real world scenario looked like regarding solar panels and selling your home. So hopefully that brought a little bit of value to you. I'll get you a monthly market update next month. Sorry I missed this month, but I got you next month. Hope your summer's off to a great start, and I hope you have a great summer. I'll see you around. Thanks.